Still didn't find anything. I'm gonna search. Actually, just Google this time. I tried asking the group.
Before we started this, I asked, "Are you ready?" And you said yes. Have I been lied to?
No, we're ready with the
No,
mechanism.
I meant to play again.
Kind of.
You have like a whole.
We might have to make a house rule. All right. Munchkin Dungeon.
Oh, do I not have a potion anymore?
No, you used it, remember?
Right.
Oh, that's right. You said you were going to go one of the routes that was going to take you to get... No. You could get a potion if you went this route. You decided to go...
No, I didn't fight the leprechaun yet.
Okay, no, here you're still here.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out whether or not the hippogriff was here, so if you came across him again. Munchkin Dungeon.
If he returned back, because the Wandering Monster is an event, which I think means it's temporary, unless it says it's permanent. But
specifically,
somebody is a rules lawyer.
Well, because they're trying to play the game as intended.
He walks around the house saying la jibo la la, but he doesn't know.
Who are you talking to?
The camera.
Okay. It didn't look like you looked like you.
Were...
It looked like you were looking up there. I was like,
no.
What?
Hi. We have invited people into our home. We should acknowledge them.
Okay, so house rule is going to be that a wandering monster, when you make a monster wander, it stays in the room, and as a result, nothing happens in the room where it's from. So while this card is here...
No, I veto this rule. I veto this rule on the fact that when you are playing regular Munchkin, not Munchkin Dungeon, the Wandering Monster disappears.
So all of these are considered Wandering Monsters, though, except for the boss. So these are Wandering Monsters.
So I'm saying that Hippogriff should go back to his original habitat.
So you're thinking...
events are temporary.
Movement is temporary.
Yes. Because think about it. If it was supposed to be permanent, there'd be something saying it's permanent.
But there's nothing say it's temporary either.
So you're inferring permanence. I'm inferring temperance.
Well, so the one time that it talks about...
when you apply a Wandering Monster in regular Munchkin, it does not stay with that monster forever. They are not married. They are not going to get a house in Switzerland off the coast.
These do, though. For example, even after you kill them, let's say, so I kill this guy, and then I kill this guy. They both now return to their original spots.
But that's my point. They return to their original spot.
When they're, it says in the rules when they die and come back, they return to their original spot. So, however, hello, Cora. So in the rules, it says, in the case of threat monsters, that's what these are called. These aren't called wandering monsters. These are called threat monsters. These are wandering monsters. Wandering monsters stay after a fight. Threat monsters go back in the pile.
Okay.
So they're saying that threat monsters are temporary.
Where you want to go? Where you want to go?
So because it specifically specifies with the rules that threat monsters and not events are temporary, that makes it sound like the event that happens is a permanent of change.
No. It's temporary.
So, for example...
I speak more languages than you.
Hold on. So, events.
That means I'm better at things.
They're cut between monsters and events, right?
Yes.
So, this event...
I apologize for the sounds that my chair is making. I wiggle a lot.
This event, if it's temporary, then technically you'd give me those 2 golds back.
Okay, what is a wandering monster?
That's these.
No. What card did you use to get it there?
Event monster. Okay, so that was an event.
So let's see.
So wandering monster event. I move 1 roaming monster 1 room. That's all it says.
Okay, flip it to the GoPro. Hold this up for the people. Okay, I want to point something out. He looks like he's about to go ask for a date, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when you ask for a date, are you moving in? Are you settling down? Are you getting married? Are you going to have 16 babies and live in a 4-story house?
If he's successful, maybe. He might move fast.
Okay, but it's temporary. He does not look like a man who is on a mission for permanence. Therefore,
He brought flowers. Yes, he is.
myself every so often.
Yeah,
I
and
don't need
you
a
stay
man
with
for
yourself.
that. That's because I have no choice. He has a choice because it's a wandering monster. He could wander. He could be the
Okay.
wanderer. So my argument still stands.
But wandering
It is
monsters
temporary.
don't move until told to move.
I have an argument for this one moment. The argument is that you're wrong. You eat mint chocolate chip ice cream. You're wrong. You should just mix chocolate with toothpaste and move on in life.
Now you're just mimicking the boys. You like
Exactly.
mint chocolate ice cream too.
I'll eat anything that has chocolate in it. I'm
Anything?
almost. I mean, I've had chocolate covered crickets. It was really crunchy and kind of gross.
Crickets are
I've had
crunchy
chocolate
in
covered
general.
bacon, which was just really gross. Didn't even taste good. But my point is, that is a temporary. Because wandering monster means he can move around from place to place. It means he's not anchored down by anything. He's not anchored down by the man. He's not anchored down by a woman. Flowers or no, he's a wandering monster.
Does anyone weigh in? Does anyone weigh in on this? Okay. We will, for now, house rule that they move back. We would like to hear from some of y'all what y'all think. We'd actually really like to hear from Steve Jackson Games or CMON or Come On. I don't know how you say it. What the ruling is on this. So we'll probably need an errata on that. Maybe we can contact them about that, actually.
Hi, I'm streaming your game. Please give me the answers so that I can win.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, my girlfriend will subject me to K-pop for hours on end.
Well, more like, I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. We have a rules question.
You're really going to type this right now?
Yeah, might as well.
Then you know what? I'm going to tell the people about my tea. So that's what I'm drinking. This is peppermint tea that I get from HEB. If you don't know what HEB is, I'm sorry. How do you explain HEB to non-Texans? We live in Texas.
It's a nicer grocery store.
It's a nicer grocery store that only exists in Texas. And they have their own brands, like a lot of grocery stores. And they have a peppermint tea. And this is peppermint tea with lemon juice and honey. And then I put like a little bit of sugar in it. Because like the honey taste is a certain kind of sweet. So I use the sugar to kind of offset it if there's too much honey. But I like enough honey in my tea to choke a bear. So I guess Winnie the Pooh, eat your heart out. But I drink a lot of tea this time of year. It's starting to cool down. I don't know. It's the kind of weather in Texas where you need a sweater in the morning and then you regret it by the afternoon and you're walking around in a tank top and shorts again. But I'm a big fan of tea. I don't drink a lot of coffee. And when I do, my coffee is what?
Mostly sugar?
No, it's like 40% coffee, 40% chocolate, 20% whipped cream.
Okay. All right, I sent out that tweet.
Okay.
Be cool if we hear back, so we will move you back.
That's right.
Boom. So now it's your turn. You can move.
Okay, where am I moving to?
So you can move one of those two spots.
Let's do the escalator to nowhere.
Okay, so if you move to the escalator to nowhere, you can only move to this room afterwards.
That's fine.
So you move here, you get 0 coins, but when you enter this room, you gain 1.
Potion.
Yep, potion. When you leave it, you can move to any empty room. Technically, that means you can move to any empty room.
Which ones are the empty rooms? The ones without monsters, right?
Yes.
That's gonna be fun. Okay, you go. Your turn.
What, you don't want to move?
Oh, I can?
Yeah, you can.
Like already?
Remember, as long as there's not a monster in there or a player, you can continue to move.
Okay.
However, you have already generated 2 threat.
Oh.
If you move, like you move to here, you get 3 threat. But you can move to there. I
want to move here.
Okay. Honest Owl's Casino, empty room. When you enter this room, Roll 4 dice. Gain 1 gold for each electricity you roll.
Okay, one fell on the floor. And I don't know where it went.
Probably find that.
I don't know where it went. But I get 2 coin already. If we find it, nobody touch it. The roll counts. Unless it doesn't count.
Well, there's a Cora underneath me.
Oh, hi, Cora. Are you sitting on the dice?
Possible. Did you see where it went?
No. I just, rolled off.
Oh, dear.
I didn't hear it in the tile. Oh, I see it. It's over there by where Cora moved. Oh, she found the dice. Good, Cora.
I think she was just trying to escape you.
And lightning. So, lightning.
Uh-huh.
You want me to roll it again? I'll do it. See? Lightning again.
Well, there you go. All right, so you gain 3 coins. So you just get a 3.
Actually, can I just get 2 3s and turn some of these in?
There you go.
There.
Okay, so that generated 2 threat.
I don't like this threat generation stuff.
All right.
Excuse me.
So what are we doing?
I'm gonna go fight the leprechaun.
Okay. So you move to this room. You generate another 2 threat.
I am so doomed.
Now have a total of 6 threat, and you're facing leprechaun. All right. Potted plant. Analysis paralysis. That costs 2. I choose for you how you use your electricity this turn. Sorry about that.
Not sorry.
And then... two wandering monsters. Floating nose.
You're mean. I hate that thing. It's so gross.
Okay. So you would roll... What level are you currently? Didn't you go up to here?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay, so you're level 2, so you get 3 dice and 2 rerolls.
I don't get any extra dice rolls, even though you added, a whole other monster?
No, that's just it. Your dice rolls remain the same. I get more dice rolls for more monsters.
That's sus.
Shield.
2 shields
Knife.
and a knife.
Okay.
Dagger.
So let's see how I do. So the nose is 2. Potted plant 0. And the leprechaun is 1.
Perfect. We have enough dice this time. We really should have bought another thing of dice.
I didn't realize it's going to be dice pool central.
Does it tell you when this is
Oh, you
gonna
did
hit
get 1
retail?
gold coin for entering that room.
There you go. Wait, is there another 3? Because now I have 9.
The monster player gets 2 rerolls. So... Nope, 1 fell off. Ooh, that's 4 damage and a shield.
I hate you.
So... you would do no damage to me, and I can do 2 damage to you currently. Is there anything you're wanting to do? Like, do you want an extra roll, or do you want to re-roll one of the shields and take more damage and try to give me more damage?
No, I want to reroll the knife. Dang it. Oh well.
You can get 1 more re-roll if you want. Remember,
No.
you get 2 re-rolls.
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I can reroll for free?
Yeah, see, look, you get 2 re-rolls.
Okay. Is this loading?
No.
Okay, no, this is unbalanced.
No, you just have a 1 in 6 chance.
Okay, well, fine. It's back to being 1 knife. Where is that?
Okay. Maybe wanting an extra roll or
No,
okay, so as is.
I'll take this punishment.
Okay. So 2 shields, that negates this. That knife negates this, which leaves
I still take 2 damage.
2 damage, yes.
So,
And you defeat nothing.
yeah. No, I defeat the potted plant.
Nope. You have to do 1 damage to it. But I had the shield.
Do I roll again?
No, that's the end of the combat. So what
Altogether?
happens is, yes.
Oh.
So the potted plant goes here. I don't get it because you didn't defeat it. That goes here. And according to you,
I already know it
knows-
doesn't stay forever.
this one does.
No.
Keeps coming back. I only actually ended up using 2 of the threat, but that's the end of the turn. So you do 2 damage. So what you do is you grab 2 of these guys.
Oh, the little heartbreak
Yeah,
ones.
and you
Oh,
put
nice.
them over the hearts.
Okay, that's cute. I'm dead.
Yes.
Okay. Do I go now?
No, you just went.
No, can I spend coins to level up?
Oh, yes.
Because I have like 9.
So let's resolve the room. That's fighting.
8. Okay, so I'm going to move up to level 5. Because I have 9, so that means I'm down to 1 coin.
Okay. So that also means you gain 2
Fame.
fame.
And I get an extra dice roll.
Reroll.
No, I get an extra roll.
Oh, the dice roll from that, and then, yeah. And then 1 extra reroll on top of that.
Yep.
So now you're up to 4 dice and 3 rerolls.
Mm-hmm. What happens if I get to 10? Do I win?
No, that's just the highest you can level up.
So it's not based on levels for this.
Yes, it's
off of
based
the
on fame.
thing. Okay.
Fame or killing the monster 3 times. And then who determines who wins is the most fame total.
Okay.
Um,
So if you have low fame, you don't want to defeat the boss 3 times. Because if your fame
yes.
is low...
However, you'd gain like 8 fame from killing the boss, I think.
Okay, so if you defeated him 3 times and your fame still wasn't high enough, you tricked up.
You did something wrong, yeah.
You messed up.
Okay, so that's loot and rest. Level tracker.
Maybe it's just me, but one side of this feels uneven and the other side feels symmetrical. Do you see it? Like he leans more to the left on the back side.
Oh, that's because of just how the framing works. So the body's in the center, but this mask is off to the side a little bit. Oh, I get more of these though. All right. So I get to move 1. There's only 1 way I can move. That's to the friendly local game store.
Chris, look at this face. Look at this face.
Yeah, that is a face.
That's a happy face.
All right, I generated 3. And
Whoa, her whiskers are different colors.
that happens.
I didn't notice that.
And I will get 2 coins for entering with the chicken. And generate another 3 threat. So that's a total of 6 threat. 4, 5, 6. So I have to fight the chicken. So what are you going to do?
All that.
All 4. It's worth 3 of them. So, humongous. I move 1 roaming monster, 1 room. That monster has +1 heart if it fights this turn. So where are you going to... monster are you going to move?
I want to move the hippogriff.
To my room.
Yes.
Okay. So now I have to... I remove 1 roaming monster, 1 room. That monster rolls +1 of this. I also have to fight the potted plant. So that's so there's 2 more moves left.
Yes. I want to move the were-turtle and I want to move the leprechaun.
So that they only move one room, though.
Oh, so I get 2 moves?
You can get 2 moves.
Then I'll move the were-turtle to you.
Well, let's see. So
1, 2.
1, 2, one of these, but it wouldn't get to me.
Oh, move the nose then.
Okay, so where you want me to move them?
Up and then down.
Up, down. Okay.
Because that'll be where you are.
And that monster gets a +1 to roll. Okay, so...
Do you just want to call it now?
No. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is how much damage they do. So that's all of this. I deal with 4.
Are you ready?
And I have 1 reroll. Yeah.
Two blanks, 1 shield, or no, 1 dagger, 1 zappy thing, and 2 shield.
Okay, the only ones that deal with zappy are the hippogriff, which turn them into 2 knives. So...
There, I moved it.
Oh, and 1 more roll on top of that. So go ahead and re-roll the blank one.
Knife.
Okay, so let's see. Let me see. Okay. So shield and 4 damage. That's basically what we're looking at. Okay, now I roll 4. Nice. 3, 4,
5 damage.
5, and electricity. Hold on. Because if not stopped, how much damage am I going to get?
4. 4.
Was it 4 or 5?
4. This is 5.
Okay.
I was at 4.
Okay. What does my electricity do? What do we got?
Nothing. It doesn't.
Deal 1, or heal 1. Okay. Electricity, deal 1 damage. So I have 1. And they would have 1, 2, 3. So Hippogriff has 4 hearts. 2 hearts for the chicken, 2 hearts for the floating nose. Two, 4, and I have 5. Let's try an extra roll with the potion.
Okay.
And I have 1 reroll if necessary. Okay, 2 more damage. That's 6 damage. 4, 5, 6. That's not enough to do any damage to him, so I'm going to reroll this single blade. Back to a single blade. That must be that same dice. 6. And I want those 2, so not the fame. So I'm going to kill the angry chicken and the hippogriff.
No, you're not. Wait, I looked down for like 1 minute. And you're killing 2 of my guys?
Yeah, 2 out of the 3.
Rude.
However,
Hey,
they'll deal
rules.twitch /
No, twitch.tv / Thacker Rules.
Twitch.tv /
So here's what's going on right now. All right. So The hippogriff got a +1, so normally he's at 3. He's at 4 now. Chicken has 2. Nose has 2. Chicken gets an extra +1 for each shame I have, but I don't have any shame. So it does 2 dice, 2 dice, 2 dice, plus the floating nose gets an extra dice. Rolled that extra dice, so thankfully we got some blanks. If I defeat the angry chicken, I'll get 4 coins.
No, you won't.
And if I defeat the hippogriff, I get 2 chests.
Fair.
However, they do a total of 4 damage to me. I have 4 life. However, one of my electricity is divine intervention. I can use it to heal 1 damage. So I will need 3 of these instead of 4, so I won't die.
What if you lose all of your treasures if you die?
Nope, you keep that.
Okay.
However, you get 1 shame. All right. So
Did you shuffle
hippogriff
these?
goes. Yes, I did.
I'm gonna shuffle them again.
Okay. And chicken goes since we're out of room.
Because we're getting a lot of the same value.
Yeah. So these 2 go back. That goes there. Floating nose goes back. I didn't get to clear the room, so I don't get the 4 extra fame.
You just barely survived.
Yes, and I just barely survived. So I get 3 and 1. And I get 2 treasure chests, so I get to choose some weapons. I will get junk mail. And I guess stylish rapier. Places.
A shield of lowest self-esteem. I want that.
Well, yeah, you have shame tokens, so you're gonna need that.
Dungeon Master card. You can. Oh, I know what I'm aiming for next round. Turn.
Meister. Dungeon Meister.
I like that. That's cute.
I'm with stupid.
Hit points.
Alright, so let me spin my points.
Can we like 3D print that shield for me?
Probably. Now that I have the max coming. So level 3.
Are you stalking the UPS man like I stalked the pizza man last
Kind
night?
of. And level 4. I gained 2 fame from that. 1, 2. I have the 1 coin.
I think I'm gonna organize these because it's not working.
Alright. Well, they said keep them in the individual piles. I just said no.
Yeah, so we're gonna organize that.
Okay.
That way when I get bored I have something to keep.
Well, here, you can head that back to the threat tools thing since that emptied out. So yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
And you get to fill up. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I'm gonna leave the skull and the hearts together because that kind of looks like Avril Lavigne.
I have 1 more heart available to me now.
Okay.
So I now have 2 hearts left.
Okay, so what are my options to move?
Let's see. You're where the leprechaun is. So you can only move down to the unlucky palace.
Oh god. Do I want to know?
Well, it's empty. You gain +1 for each monster you defeat in this room.
So how do I defeat a monster if it's empty?
Well, I would put a threat monster against you.
Okay. Bring it on.
So I move you. So you move to this room, you get 3 threat.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. Now the question is, do you choose to move again to the floating nose?
No, I'm gonna fight whatever you bring. You're gonna give me something to fight anyway. Like, I already know my time is limited.
Three, two. Lever.
Is it weird that I'm organizing this on camera?
No. Well, how about I have you face 2,308, 2,783 orcs.
That's rude.
That costs 3 threat.
Okay, bring it on.
All right, so
It's a good day to die.
right there.
All right.
That's shiny. Can't even see it. Yep. Okay.
Is that a Christmas tree?
No, it's a line of orcs.
Okay, it kind of looks like a Christmas tree. From
Oh, here we go. Oh, never mind.
What?
One message deleted by moderator.
Who
I
deleted-
thought people were messaging us.
You got excited.
And no, it was the bot saying stop doing that.
Stop doing what?
Stop posting. Shoot this question over to our support team so they can keep track of it. Otherwise, we'll lose it in the Twitterverse. Okay.
Oh, they did respond?
Yeah.
Well, like that automatic response.
No. This is the first, like, because remember, they just retweeted the other time.
Did your phone go off just now?
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
gonna say, I thought I muted my phone because I'm a professional.
mine's vibration.
That's not professional.
Well, if it is, in case I need to keep track of me tweeting
Why are you tweeting in the middle of a live stream?
that question, remember?
Oh, all right.
All right. These are submit a request, I guess.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll. I get 4 dice.
Yes.
Hopefully this is not the one that's like apparently sus and only lets you roll a single dagger. I'll take that.
So blank, 2 damage, and a shield.
Yeah, and I'm gonna re-roll the blank.
To another blank, and a shield. So
Might be
4 damage,
working, yeah.
2 shields. And I did roll 3. Oh, that's right, you're getting 1 coin for entering the room. So I roll 3. So remember that you have a shield.
Mm-hmm.
2 damage, electricity, and shield. So your 2 shields takes care of this. This shield takes care of 1 of your damage. And electricity doesn't do anything for them, does it?
There's too many of them for them to all have special powers.
It's interesting that a lot of the creatures don't have anything that happens.
I mean, to an extent, they have to let you win.
I mean, this is Munchkin.
I didn't say they were gonna make it easy. I said it just had to be possible. It's like when they play Escape Room in the movie. You may only have like a 5% chance of getting out, but it's a chance.
Yeah. So I think in that case, you defeat them, and you gain 1 potion for it.
That's it? That's all I get?
Well, and because the room is empty, when you finish your turn, you get the reward for clearing a room. So that's 4 fame.
Okay, cool.
So this goes to discard, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4. You're at the same as me now.
Groovy. Anything else? So what are the potions for?
Remember, you can turn them into roll an extra die.
That's it?
Yeah.
So once you're hurt, you're hurt. There's no way to undo that.
I mean, there are certain powers that can heal you. For
Wait,
example.
I don't get a treasure chest card? I don't get anything?
Nope.
You better not steal that Dungeon Meister card.
For
I want
example, if you want a treasure chest, you need to clear rooms in level 1 and 2. That's
I
why.
did clear a room.
Remember, like Leprechaun, you didn't.
So, oh.
You didn't clear the room here or here.
All right, well, we're going backwards before we go forwards.
We can't go backwards. Remember?
It
says the rules. But remember, after you reach the boss, and either you win or lose, after you fight him, you go back to the beginning.
Okay, fine.
Then you can go get some more treasure chests. That's why you don't want to speed through the top levels.
See, I was going to speed through and then go beat the boss and win.
Nope, because the only way to actually get treasure chests, other than through specific cards, once you reach level 3, is this middle one here. So the hippogriff here.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how I said if you defeat him, you get the 2?
Mm-hmm.
That's why, right here on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see?
Yes, I see.
Okay. So these other 2 give 4 fame or 4 coin.
Okay. We need to get a little organizer. Wormwood, if you're listening to us out there in the nerd universe, find organizers for games next. Like, the dice boxes are cool.
There's
The
actually
vaults are
already
cool.
a company that does that. They do them by laser cutting wood. However, I heard that someone was giving away a lot of their empty boxes of Munchkin because they 3D printed an organizer.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, do that.
So they managed to fit everything into 2 boxes.
Cool. Because this is a lot of teeny tiny little broken hearts.
Aw, that's what's sad. So that bot that tried to post a link,
Huh?
It was like ZV and then Snowball. So apparently Snowball has been trying to spam on us.
Snowball's the name of a kitten. We're babysitting for some family members right now.
Okay. So you cleared the room, you got the 4 fame, you're up with me now.
I'm coming for you.
1, 2, 3, so I get 1 more card. Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Okay. So my turn. I'm at the large angry chicken, and that's it. So I have to go to the Bullrog and face him. Nothing personal. Killing adventures is just a job like any other, you know. He rolls for 3 and 4 heart. You don't get any of these because I didn't generate any threat coming here.
Yeah, I know.
So you do roll 3 and I roll 4.
Okay. We really should have bought the extra dice pack.
Well, now we know. I think we can still do that.
We need to look into that.
So 3 damage and a shield, which is not enough to...
Kill.
Yeah, not enough to kill.
And I roll 4. Are we missing a dice? I only have 4 in my hand. And there's 1
Hold
there.
on, 1 in my hand.
Oh, okay.
Because I was going to reroll. Damage and a shield. Oh! That's good.
Not for me. My evening's in danger. Oh, organized.
Alright, so you roll 3.
Roll 3?
Yes.
Just 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Bullrog does 3 damage. Or 3 possible. And electricity does... Oh, shoot. You defend and hit 2. What did I do? I rolled a 2.
You had 1 shield. I think you're dead.
I'm trying to remember how this works. So I rolled 4.
Uh-huh.
And I re-rolled 1.
Uh-huh.
Because 1 was blank.
Uh-huh.
So that must have been... Because I know I dealt 3 damage, and that was going to make 4.
Mm-hmm.
2 shield and 2. So you do 2.
Mm-hmm.
Did 3, 1, and that was 4. You do 1 damage to me.
And you would die.
No, because I have 2 hearts now.
Oh.
Because I leveled up.
That's not fair.
Honestly, since he does that, I can use that 1 point to heal me instead.
Good job.
Or I can use it for other things. There it is.
We need to get quieter chirps.
Mine's semi-quiet.
Yours is leather, and mine is a folding chair.
Well, I mean, you can bring in your pair of this in here for that
Why?
one.
So mine can sound like things that I can't say because Timon and Pumbaa taught me to be polite when you talk about that.
Lovely.
That's funny.
Yep. All right. Now, what does that evil symbol mean with the boss?
I don't know, but you figure that out. I gotta pee. Ooh. Excuse me, everyone.
Okay, that was stage 1, but I have to defeat him to get past stage 1.
Yeah.
No. Okay, fighting the boss. Generates no threat. If you defeat the boss, bravo, you gain fame points. Discard the boss. If you are defeated by the boss, you gain 1 shame token. Unless defeated in one go, the boss will fully heal itself. After fighting the boss, your hero goes back to the dungeon entrance, no matter the outcome. Okay. So that negates each other. Only do 1 damage. I had a shield and electricity. I can make into a shield or a heal, but either way, he had 2 damage, so that negates any damage. And I go back to the beginning. And I did not defeat him. And I think that's it for this turn. Oh no. Even when she's not here, she's here. I see her posting. Okay, so that's dealt with. It's going to be Judith's turn when she comes back. In the meantime, unless anyone has any commentary, I'm going to submit my question to support. Hi, Cora. So let me just copy what I said before. Oh, crud. Mm-hmm. Roll for me while I am gone. I want to see if one person can really play. Well, I need to know what room. Oh, you can only go into the floating nose. So that would put you here. That would generate. You get 2 coin. And generate 3 threat. What are you trying to get at? You're not allowed to get inside the pocket. Is that my CR6 max? Did it already get here?
The cat inhabiting my bathroom.
Cora,
And the only way
help mommy out. Cheat. Eat a threat token and I'll give you a treat later. Lovely. She can't get to the threat tokens.
I mean, she could have. If she was creative enough. Oh, so I noticed the symbol underneath the rulebook. Does this mean that they have different languages available for Munchkin Dungeon? Like, can you buy Munchkin in German?
I actually don't know.
That would be dope. Because then I could try to make you play. For the record, even though he has much German in his heritage, he does not speak German. I do. So it gets very interesting.
Die Gast ist in meinen Unterhosen.
Saying that the cat is in my underwear is not... Technically, it's German.
Thank you, John.
But that's the only thing that you say. When you know other things in German, you know Hallo, wie geht's, you know some German cuss words.
Krankenwagen.
Yeah, you know how to say ambulance.
Schmetterling. Test prints.
You know how to say please?
Danke.
No, that's...
Dankeschön. I said and.
Instead, you know how to say please. Bitte.
Schnell, bitte, bitte, schnell, bitte, bitte, bitte.
Yeah,
Schnell,
that's all
bitte,
you know how
bitte,
to
schnell,
say.
bitte, bitte. Give me compliments. I said to give me compliments. I'm going to try to make that... Ruben is asking questions.
Ruben, we love you.
Coming on here anyway.
I know, I'm telling him that I love him.
Oh, Captcha wants to know about traffic lights. That is one, that is one, that is one, that is one. Verify. Your request was successfully submitted. Well, now we'll see what happens.
So it's my turn, right?
Yes, I just moved you to the floating nose, so now you have to fight him, and I have to give you threat things.
Okay. So... Wait, why do I have 2 extra tokens? Can I move up a level?
No, remember you got 2 coins for moving into the floating nose room.
Oh. Hey, get off your phone.
I am responding to CMON Games, because they had responded to me about shoot the question over support, so I said, fair enough, for streaming, couldn't find an answer. Our house rule for now is to move the Wandering Master back to the origin room.
Get off your phone, that's very unprofessional. She says that she gets her phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be on your phone. I'm gonna be on my phone.
Ruben.
Ruben sounds like the best memes.
Indeed. All right. So you have 3 points. Let's see what we can do with this.
Nothing.
So you got the floating nose.
Mm-hmm.
You have a potted plant.
Okay.
Add 2 threat tokens to the pool. I can immediately play another threat card. So 2 more. I'll play 2,783 orcs. And roaming monster. That monster rolls an extra die. And moving the hippogriff over. So you now have to face 4 monsters.
Bring it on.
So let's see, you roll 4, and you have 2 extra
I
available.
have 3 rerolls.
3 rerolls and 2 possible extra die. So 2 electricity, which means you can only do like 1 of each.
Okay.
So you gain 1 coin. Or if you want to reroll that. Yeah. So your 2 rerolls.
I get 3 rerolls.
That's right, you get 3. Oh, shield. There you go. So you can redirect any damage.
These 2 were both. Nice.
Were they double knives? I thought one was a single.
One was a double knife.
Yeah, I think one was a double and one was a single.
Okay. So just flip one over.
Okay.
Just remember Too bad.
So that happens. A shield, so 3 damage and 1 block, and then you can redirect one of mine back to another monster.
Okay, cool.
In the meantime, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
How are you supposed to roll 8 coins? Or 8 things when we only have 6? You're supposed to roll 8 dice and we only have 6. That's a problem. Hey, I just organized this!
Well, I was giving them back.
You heathen!
Yep. Well, I just have to get 6. We need to start keeping a piece of paper. Okay, so 5 damage,
I'm so dead.
2 defense, and a blank. So now I can roll 1 more, because that's a total of 8. So that's 6 damage, 2 defense. And you had 3 damage, 1 defense, right?
I like how my cat's jumping into your lap.
She likes this spot. She has that huge pocket she can smooch at.
Mm-hmm.
You had 1 defense, right?
No, I had 2. No, I had 1, you're right. I had 1 defense, and then I can redirect, and then I can attack 3 times.
Yes. So this one's a redirect. So that's
I can't redirect a double?
So redirect 1 incoming
Oh.
that.
And then I can block this one. So yeah, I'm still dead.
So it's 4 damage.
Yeah, I'm still dead.
But you can still possibly kill stuff. This gets redirected. So you deal 4 damage.
So technically
That absorbs. Now we have to deal with 2 damage.
Yeah.
But now I get to roll 1 more time. Because that I've rolled 7 times out of the 8. Yeah. Electricity, what does that do?
Nothing.
The hippogriff gets to use electricity. You sweet baby. Go sweet baby.
Eat the threat.
Well, threat's already been dealt with. So 2 damage extra. So you get 6 damage, so you super die.
I super die.
But you can still deal 2 damage. So
whatever it kills, so that way I get either.
So here's how this works. The things that have 2 life are the floating nose and the orcs. If you kill the floating nose, then you get the 4 fame.
Okay, and if I kill the orcs?
Nothing happens.
Then yeah, I kill the nose.
Okay. So the nose goes here. Everything else goes in the room. And Hippogriff had 3, so you didn't have enough to kill him. Otherwise, I would have suggested going with the Hippogriff. And then you go back up here with 1 shame. But you do get 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're at 10.
Okay. Your turn.
Okie dokie.
Sure.
That's right, I get 4 more. Because I used all of mine.
It's really hard to do one-handed. Okay. I didn't look. It was just hard to do. Is she like properly settled in?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay.
Got her little head sticking up right there. Can you see?
Oh yeah, I just barely see it.
Okay. So we are back at the top. It's my turn. I get to choose which
I want
direction.
to buy a new level. Because I have 4 coins. So now
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
level 6. So now I have 5 life.
There you go. So let's see.
You ruined my piles. Each of these was 5 coins. You ruined.
Yes, I ruined it. And how many do you have right now?
Levels?
Yeah.
I'm at.
No, not
level
levels. Sorry,
6.
coins.
Coins? I have 1
Okay.
after I bought the new
In that
level.
case, I'm going to go to the dead mall. I'm going to roll a die. If I get electricity, I get to gain a loot. Nope. So I generate 2 threat. So I had me 1. I already have 1 over here. So there are 2 threats in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm going to sit there. Do you have anything
Yeah.
to throw at me that's worth up to 2 points? Okay. Ferrous Oxide Monster. Before you fight it, turn all of your weapon cards face down until the end of turn. So I don't get to use its ability. It rolls for 2 and has 1 heart. So you roll for 2. I roll for 4 and I have 1 reroll.
Shield and a lightning bolt.
So he doesn't do anything with a lightning bolt, so he doesn't deal any damage.
Can I pay a potion and reroll?
That's for your character.
Oh, dang it.
And that's to add an extra roll, not to reroll. 2 blanks, 2 damage, and a lightning, which I'm going to use to heal myself. But I get 1 reroll. And a shield. So that doesn't help me. But shield absorbs 1, and he only has 1 life, so I kill him. So
You don't get anything for it?
well, I emptied the room, so the reward for clearing a room at the end of my turn is 2 fame and 2 loot.
You keep getting loot. It's not fair.
Well, because I'm positioning myself to try and get loot.
You knew I wanted that. Cora, bite him. Bite him in the teat. Is she moving?
Oh.
Cora, bite him. Meh. Bite him. She's like, no, I'm snuggling him. How much stuff do you have?
So you can have unlimited stuff, but you can only fill 1 slot of these at a time.
Oh.
So this armor I can keep in my storage.
Uh-huh.
Because it's also worth fame points at the end.
I think she wants down, dear.
She can get down if she wants. She has room too.
Okay.
My
turn?
Yes.
I'll do the dead wall.
Wait, oh, that's right. I gotta. Gentleman's Club. So the reason it says it twice is remember you can only use it once.
Yeah.
So that means you can do it twice.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So roll a die.
Lightning bolt.
Hey, that means you get loot.
Cool. Anything?
Yeah, any one of those 4.
Mm.
You have shame tokens, so.
Shame token. Roll 1 less. Yeah, I really wanted this one first, anyways. So, what is this?
It just sits in your armor, yeah. Combo plate.
You're not going to use anything against me?
Oh, that's funny. Wombo blade. Wombo combo. That's funny. I was going to show that off for a little bit. People can see.
Okay.
That one's shiny.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the same one I have. Ah. That's just unfortunate. Okay, so you generated 2 threat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you move again? Are you going to stay there?
You know what? I'm going to fight that turtle.
So you're going to go down 1?
Yeah, I'm going to fight that turtle.
Okay. You generate 2 more threat.
Yep.
So now you're at 4.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to fight the turtle. Ooh, what's this? You and I each. Okay, that doesn't help. So I'm going to use Bigfoot. So you have to fight this guy. If you can't defeat it, it stomps all over your loot. Discard half of your loot, your choice, rounded up.
I only have one, so what's half of one?
1.
I just got it.
Alright,
Alright, come on.
and then, hold on. Dog pile, add 1 sword to the monster player's roll.
Are we good?
Yes.
I only get to roll 4, right? So, question. It says if you have at least 1. So does that mean for every shame token I have, you
No,
roll
at
1
least. Meaning 1 or more. So I get to roll 1 less against you. So normally I'd roll 3, so instead I roll 2.
5. And then I can redirect. How many hearts do they have?
That has 3 and that has 1.
So, yeah, I'll stick with this.
Well, so normally, actually you can keep that, because normally I'd roll 3, but I can only roll 2 now.
Okay.
But there is 1 damage added, so that's probably going to be redirected back at 1. So you already have enough, unless you don't choose to use something that for something else, the electricity. 2 damage, so that's a total of 3 damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the electricity. I'm not stupid.
Well, okay, so...
Because you'll still die, and I'll still clear the room.
Well, here's the trick. Because right now you have enough damage without the electricity to kill both of them.
Okay.
So you could use electricity to gain 1 coin instead.
Yeah, but then I'll lose a heart, and I'll die again.
Oh, redirect. So you'll lose 1 heart instead of 2 hearts.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the cat.
Yes, it is.
So I still win.
Okay. I just didn't know if you wanted to take the extra damage
Yeah.
to get the coin.
I'm already like a bunch.
Well,
of
you get 1 coin for entering the Were-Turtle's room.
Okay. And then what do I get for defeating Bigfoot?
Hold on. So these go here. You don't get anything for defeating Bigfoot. You just defeat him, which means you don't get stomped on. You do defeat Were-Turtle, which means the nose and the chicken go back to their spots.
Okay. But I also cleared the room.
Yes, which means you get a loot and 2 fame.
Cool. Oh, hey, look, another combo plate. I'm mixing these up too, because we're getting a lot of the same cards.
I don't know, maybe I didn't.
I mean, you can go.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Oh, you also get another loot. See, because this room specifically says, so if you defeat the monster in this room, you get the chest. Then if you clear the entire room, you get another chest. So you get another thing if you want.
Okay, so does an item stay in play? Because there's not an item space.
Yeah, so items just sit off to the side and they do their thing.
Okay.
Cool. You get to keep them unless they say discard in order to do a thing.
Okay, cool. Oh, do I get to draw another threat card? Because I played 1, so I only have 3. For your turn.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, that's right. I gotta draw some more now.
That's something creepy.
So where am I going to move? I'm going to move to the almost safe space. Generate 2 threat. 2. I get 1 coin for entering the room.
Stop messing with my piles. There was 1 coin right there.
I will then enter the tournament hall.
Okay.
That'll generate an extra 2 threat. And tournament hall says you clear this room, I gain 3 coins. Monster players get 1 reroll. monster player gets. And I have 4 threat as far as your coinage goes. Or what your... So do you choose to do anything?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay. 3, 4, 5. That's too much.
No, it's not.
I have 4 threat.
I thought you had 6.
Nope. 4. Tentacle Demon. Okay. So this is what we're dealing with here. And a barrel of monkeys. If you can't defeat the barrel of monkeys, I steal one of your item cards. And Tentacle Demon. Electricity destroys one of the active player's loots of my choice. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Save self-healing armor at the start of your turn. Heal 2 damage. Now you can swap out at any time except for in the middle of combat. So before combat, I was going to swap over. Okay, now I have to deal with these guys. You get 4 rolls. I get 4 rolls.
Ooh. And I get 1 reroll?
Yes. 3 electricity and 1 that. Now, one of them has electricity. It destroys one of my active player loot of my choice. So you can destroy my rapier, my junk mail, my meeple scepter, Dungeon Meister card, or the self-healing armor.
I'm sorry, I rolled while you were talking. So I can destroy anything that you have currently out.
Any one of these things here. So I have my self-healing armor. That's how
That's got to go.
Okay, well, then that's the one thing.
Well, no, I can't do it multiple times.
Nope, remember you can only use 1 electricity once. That's why yours has it there 2 times. So you can use one each time.
Oh, dang. And I rerolled a blank. So...
Okay.
That does jackal.
Yep. But hey, you destroyed one of my things. And if I don't defeat him, things could happen. So, oops. That's 4 damage. And I get 2 rerolls total, because I still have the Dungeon Meister card.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how this works. Blank. Good thing I get another one. Ah! Let's try it again. So that's a total of 6. And they have 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. But still, it's 4 between them, so they are both dead.
Yeah! Well, the tentacle monster would work.
Well, he does quite a number of rolls, but just ended up poorly. However, I cleared the room. I get 3 coin for clearing the room. And then for clearing the room reward, I get 2 fame. And 1 treasure of my... On your turn, when you enter the get in trouble phase, decrease the threat pool by 1. Oh, I like that. Mm-hmm. Flaming armor. Oh, electricity deals damage and a shield.
Dope.
I like that one.
Okay.
Wait.
Hit my foot. All the comments from me.
Yes. Says I'm still streaming.
Yeah. Why aren't we? Why do you think we are not streaming?
Because his download was canceled?
What download?
The stream and my stream manager. Let me double check.
I was just gonna go pull it up.
Oh, no, it's still there.
Don't
It just, for some reason, decided to act like we were no longer live.
Weird, but it's still working?
Yep, it's still working.
Okay. Can I go?
1 second.
No.
All right. So after I did all that, I get the loot. I have coinage. I can go up one level.
Mhm.
So I get an extra die now.
I'm gonna go get snakes.
Okay.
You want anything?
I think I'm good. One viewer. Hello. By the way, you're welcome to comment on anything anytime you want. You don't have to just watch. I mean, you're welcome to do that too. But all right, so she's at the Were Turtle. I'm at the tournament hall. I am now level 5. All right, so your turn.
Okay. Where am I moving?
Well, you have the option of where I am or the escalator to nowhere.
What's the escalator nowhere do?
When you enter, you gain 1 of the bottles, but you have to move to any empty room.
Okay.
After when you move out.
Okay, so
So, for example, you can end your turn there, or you can move to any empty room.
okay, well I'm gonna move to the escalator to nowhere.
So that generates 2 threat.
And then Mom's calling. Here, pause the stream.
Nope. I'll just talk to her later. Shouldn't be
Okay.
any new updates on what to do.
Okay. So escalator to nowhere, and I can move to any empty room.
That's what it says. It says any.
Then dead mole.
So, yeah, roll the die.
Dang it.
Nope.
But I'm staying there.
Okay. And that's a total of 4 threat.
Do your worst.
Well, we'll see what happens.
I have a question. Does Twitch like hold on to your previous streams? The way, like,
For
other
like 2
streaming
weeks.
services do? Okay, so like
Now we can save a highlight, and that'll save it indefinitely, I do believe.
the highlights are just gonna be me eating on camera.
Yes. We are currently experiencing high volume of tickets. Apologize for the delay in responding. Okay. So I don't think we're going to find out in this stream that answer to that question. All right. Hydrant. Mungus.
I know, it's like the worst ASMR.
So I'm going to send the hydrant after you. It's a hydra that's made out of a hydrant.
Okay.
All right. So that is 3 threat. All right. So it rolls 2 on you. And deals 4 damage.
Hmm.
So you deal 3
You
damage.
only get to roll 1 die.
Oh, yeah. Then you get 2 damage.
Then yeah, that's blocked. And I attack 3.
And that's enough to kill him.
What do I get?
You have a cleared room, so you get 2 fame and 2 loot.
Okay. 1 minute.
Now you can take any of those. You don't have to equip them if you don't want to. You can just have them. And you can swap them out at any time except in the middle of combat.
I'm gonna take these and sell them for 4 fame.
Your neighbor mowing the lawn again?
Mhm.
His grass hasn't grown.
I'm selling these for 4 fame.
No, you keep them and you get 4 fame at the end of the game.
Okay, fine.
I do believe that's how that works when I read it.
I just hated the fact that we had 2 of the same thing.
Well, now you can have a wombo blade, so you can add it with the wombo combo if you ever want to.
I don't know. I kind of like what I got going on with the Shield of Low Self-Esteem and the Gentleman's Club. Like, that kind of goes together if you think about it.
Oh,
You got low
see,
self-esteem, so you go to a
so the electricity does 2 damage instead of 1 if you have the combo plate. So basically it becomes double. So that's interesting. Money sink. Once per turn, you may spend 3 to gain 3 fame. That's better for once you reach 10th level.
Mm-hmm.
And I have not been using the stylish rapier, I just realized. Because it's gain 1 fame. So, oh well. Too late now. Can't keep track of how much I killed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back in the stream and look. How about that?
Is the mic picking up the mowing?
It shouldn't be because I put noise suppression on, but it's still annoying.
Well, here, stop talking for a second.
No. See, it's...
Yeah.
Basically, the idea is anything below a certain dB is just knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of like what happens when you do compression and noise gates.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I wonder if the one viewer is us. Like if this...
Like everybody had Tom as a friend.
Well, if this... Yeah, but see, I wonder if this... Because sometimes it says 0 viewer, but that's if you're doing it when you have the stuff set up on here. But unfortunately, they don't have... in order to get the better bitrate, we had to use the Mac, but the Mac isn't compatible with the Stream Elements OBS Live attachment. It only is installed for Windows.
Sorry, I only have a Mac.
So, well, I'll probably just not...
I had a new MacBook that I just got this year. How dare it not work with Stream Elements?
So let me... next time I'll have to just do it on the PC and then just monitor on the Mac. Or on the laptop.
So whose turn is it?
You just went, so that should be mine. Wait. That's right, you moved back up to the dead mall. So my move could be to the empty... Is that Cora?
Yeah, she sneezed. She woke up.
I'm gonna move to the hippogriff.
My cat sneezes every time she wakes up. PP dubs. Oh, I need to draw more threat cards.
Yep. So do I think 1, 2, 3, yep. Alright. So I have 3 threat available to me.
Okay.
So add 2 threat for the darker ritual, which is a reference to dark ritual.
Mm-hmm.
The idea was you spent 1 black mana to gain 3 black mana. So it's even darker, so you spend 0 to get 2. So I got that joke. I got that reference. The old school Magic the Gathering reference.
So how many do you have?
Now I have 5. So all aboard, I pay the active player 1 coin to move 1 roaming monster 1 room. So nose or chicken, I'm guessing. Or, yeah, nose or chicken.
What's the difference between the nose and the chicken?
The nose is a 2/2. The chicken's a 2/2. But this gains +1 for each shame token I have, which I don't have any shame tokens. This can't leave the room, so there's no functional difference between the two.
Chicken.
Okay.
Because birds of a feather flock together.
Flock.
Do you get it?
Yep. So for any roaming monster defeated this turn, I also gain the reward, but not the clearing the room reward. So the reward would be the 4 coins versus 4 fame.
Mhm.
You're ahead of me anyway. So that's that. Kamikaze Kobolds. 2/1. Deal double. Okay, so I have to fight 3 dudes. They do a total of 2, 4, 6 attacks.
Ready?
Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. 4. Oh, yeah, you dealt with 4. Sorry. Because that technically goes that one because of this, but that's still 4. So, yes. That's good. That's a lot of electricity, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And do I get a reroll?
No, not this with these guys.
9 with the chicken?
Nope. Chicken doesn't get a
Or the
reroll.
hypocrite?
Nope.
Okay.
Specifically, rerolls is for that tournament hall.
I mean, it's fine because.
However, electricity deals 2 for the hippogriff.
And then the kobolds.
Each deal 2. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 1 defense.
Mm-hmm.
4. I get 4 rolls. 8 and 1.
8 and 1.
And 2 rerolls.
I mean, you're gonna die. There's no way you're gonna roll enough shields. Take it like a man.
5, and that's 3. So
You die. The only thing you could do is sacrifice trying to kill the monsters, take the death.
3 damage. 1 could kill a hippogriff and get 2, but I don't get 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. I would need to deal 6. I barely deal 3 as it is. So what I'll do is kill the hippogriff. I die from the chicken and the kamikaze kobold. And drink more water. Got stuck in my throat. But you don't get the defeat either.
That's rude.
But since I defeated the hippogriff, I do get the 2 on the choice there.
Do you like the little pile I made of the gold coins?
That's very nice.
I thought it would make a tiny dragon. Like a tabletop dragon. Wait, I got this.
Oh dear.
I ruined it. I did that live on a stream too. Yay.
Good job.
I gotta make the pile again. I was getting bored anyway.
Flaming armor. I gain 1 star when defeating a roaming monster, so that's good. I need more meeples.
Why do you need more meeples?
They amplify things.
Lovely.
Womble blade.
You're gonna take that? Do you even have the armor?
Nope, but it actually does something with electricity. So I have more options.
I have 2 of those armors, you know.
Yep.
You could have let me have it.
I mean, you don't want to use it.
That's not the point. The point is you could have let me have it. You didn't have to be selfish.
Cone of Shame. Whenever you gain a shame token, gain 3 gold. Nice. So I died. Back to the beginning. And I do get a shame token. And what else happens when you die?
You get stomped on.
No, that was that specific card. Okay. So I do get to use the 3 coins to go up a level. So
Is that it?
yes, I gained 1 more heart, so that'll be useful.
Okay. This is what I meant to do last time. He hoards over the loot.
Oh.
It also hoards over my trash that nobody can see.
All right, your go.
I want to fight the turtle, but he's not there.
Nope.
So doesn't that mean that's an empty room?
Yes, the only thing you do get is you get the coin for entering the room, and that's it.
Okay. So I'll fight him. I'll get the coin for going that direction.
Oh wait, I never got the 2 coins for the hippogriff. For entering the room.
So
you're gonna get the coin. It's empty, so you can continue on.
Okay.
And you get 2
What's
threat.
the tournament hall?
Empty room. If you clear this room, gain 3 coins, and the monsters get 1 reroll.
Okay.
Gonna go there?
Yep.
All right, another 2 threat.
Because I have a plan.
Okay.
Maybe it's to not die.
You
Good
gonna-
plan, huh?
Yeah. You gonna stay there?
Yeah. Because I know you're gonna make me fight something.
All right. So using these 2 to move him, you get +1. He gets +1 extra heart, and have you go against the insurance salesman.
Okay.
Now, while fighting this monster, players cannot use their hero powers.
Okay.
So these are not available to you.
Okay.
And then add 1 damage to the monster player roll.
Okay.
So that is 3.
Got it?
Yes.
We're good?
Yep.
So I gain 1 loot. And these count both as daggers. And I can reroll 3 times. So I'm going to leave 1, 2. Reroll again.
Well, you get 3 rerolls? Oh, that's right, you do.
Mm-hmm. I'm good. And you get 1 less roll. Because I have shame tokens.
Mm.
So 5 damage. That's what we call sheer dumb luck.
Yeah, you get 1 damage instead, but you don't have any way to defend it, do you?
Nope.
So you get 1 damage.
That's fine. Not dead. And I killed him. He did.
Yeah, he had 3 life.
He did. So...
Which means the hippogriff and the turtle come back.
These. But I also get the reward for killing him. I get an extra loot on top of that, and I get the reward for clearing the room.
You don't get an extra reward. Oh, that's right. You get the 3 coin for it, for the tournament hall.
Yeah, so 3. And then what's the reward for killing the insurance salesman?
It's 2. I already gave you that. And then reward for the room is 2 more fame. You're at 18.
Okay.
And 1 loot. So you still have 2 loot to get.
Okay, Cone of Shame. This. And since it's the end of my turn, I'm going to buy a level, which gives me 3 fame. I win the game.
So you're at 21. No, so the game ends, which now we then count up all of our extra things. And minus these.
Minus what?
Minus these guys.
Yes.
So the chart looks like your stars plus your loot minus your shame.
So your stars, I'm at 21.
Yes.
Plus all of these.
I'm at 11. So 12, 13,
5,
14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Minus 1, that's 17. So yeah, I ended up with 17.
28
Nice.
hours.
See?
K-pop.
Actually, you said 30 minutes.
Yeah, but now it's extended.
No, you didn't make that addendum beforehand.
You roll boy. I still won.
Yeah, you did.
By a significant amount.
Yes. So you had a slow start, but you're like, "Oh, you're gonna win." I'm like, "No, you're not."
Oh.
Not
I always freak
necessarily.
out, and then I end up like doing all right. So. But I was saving this one particular card, like for half the game.
Judith.
Were you saving the other one? No. Wait, you got to show the people.
Okay, here, let's switch over.
Can you? I kept saving because I didn't know if it had been played yet.
I did a second ago.
So I could have played it next round.
No, because had been played. That's what I didn't read. Oh, okay.
So
I thought they had to be played in combination. I didn't read that closely. I should have.
Dang it. I was saving that.
That's fine though. All right.
So what do you think?
It's interesting. We definitely didn't have time to go into the expansions, but I will look on them in my own time and then formulate my review and let y'all know. So watch out for that video
Can
to
I
come
give
up.
a review? Like just on my own accord?
If you want to say your piece on the video, sure.
Sure. I like it. I think it's fun. I think that if you're burnt out of Munchkin, because let's admit it, like we all know one person who owns Munchkin, and we've been dealing with lockdowns on and off, and hopefully you've been quarantining for an entire year now. You want something different, this is something different. It's a lot more in-depth, has a little bit more of a setup, but once you get the hang of it, it's super easy. I think it's less interactive between players than regular Munchkin.
They do have PvP in some of the expansion stuff.
Ah, see, there you go. But like I said, I think it's a little bit less like interactive between players, but not like in a bad way. Like I still think it's good.
See, most of our interactiveness is through the threat pool.
Most of our interactiveness towards each other.
Well, we'll need to reorganize all that stuff.
Well, listen, I already had it organized.
But anyway, so I think that's going to be it. And I think later on today through YouTube, I'm going to have to figure out how to stream to there, on OM Entertainment, we're going to go live when the CR6 Max comes in, and I'll try and assemble it for everyone there. So
I probably will only be dealing with that video like passive aggressively.
no,
Like,
maybe
I might
off
just
in
be
the
walking
corner.
through the background because I can't even build an IKEA nightstand. You do not want me touching your brand new. How big is that thing? Like, is it this big?
Well, the build volume itself is 400 millimeters by 400 millimeters by 400 millimeters, and so it's about 500 or so millimeters, I think,
But
across.
how many millimeters is in like inches?
Okay, Google, convert 550 millimeters into inches.
550 millimeters is equal to 21.654 inches.
So it's a little bit shorter
A little bit
than
shorter, 2 feet.
2 feet. So it's about a 2-foot cube.
So like smaller than this. Because this is pretty big.
I don't know how big that is. How are we
This is
doing?
7.
Still out for delivery. Could get here as late as
Okay,
19.
so this is 14 inches. Right at the tip of my finger. That's 14 inches. No, wait, no, I'm sorry. It's 12 inches. This is a foot.
Okay.
So then, yeah, it might be as big as this one side.
Anyway,
But is that the same thing as the build plate?
so the build plate itself is just where you print on.
Yeah, the thing you stick glue on.
Whereas
See,
the
I do know
entire
things.
thing, so that's how big your build volume can be
Okay.
when you're actually building something. So you
Did
could build
you get the biggest one?
That's the biggest one.
Okay.
Now, technically, the CR10 Max is the biggest, but as far as the quality, like as far as like the things like the automatic bed leveling and all those little details, that's only with the CR6 SE series, which is CR6 SE and CR6 Max.
Okay.
So of the two of them, I got the biggest one.
That's all.
All right, I'm out. We're out.